TikTok is now online.
End of line.
Hello.
Says CHER 100. TikTok is now offline. TikTok is now online. TikTok has reached the
End of line.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Deck Talk is not deafening for me today. It's so unpredictable. Hello. I have real camera today. I brought it back. I recalled it from its adventures. So I can use this for better documenting the dot stuff as I'm working along here. I did try and take some fun pictures with it. I'll show you in a bit with the white box thing. But yeah, we're continuing with the process of cataloging the capacitors in the dot so that we can reorder caps. Well, not reorder. I mean, kind of reorder. Order new capacitors for the power supply and the CRT analog board. So how many bungee cables does that one need? 0, because the D5300 doesn't weigh 35 pounds like the Blackmagic does. What was the camera doing yesterday? It was somewhere else. You know, it was having fun. Don't worry. So you have to retake yesterday's pictures? Nah, they turned out all right. They're fine. Do want to slightly straighten that up, though. So, all right. But yeah. So the other thing that I am doing here is that I have the Surface here so that we can use that. Woo! Instead of trying to do it on there, because when I try and use this computer for the work stuff, it makes it impossible to see chat and the stream control, so it ends up just not working out to do that. So I forgot I should use the Surface for this. So perhaps I should also increase the brightness so I can actually see the screen there. Yeah, that's slightly better. So, okay. I mean, Chloe, that's not wrong, technically.
Being impossible to see chat might be a blessing sometimes.
End of line.
Chloe, thank you for 100 bits. What do you think about going to open source next year? Like, see your thoughts. I don't even know what open source actually is, so probably not. Additionally, I'm not a big event type person. My favorite event is going home and not doing things. Okay. I'm trying to think if there is anything else to talk about before we start the stream proper, but I don't think so. Curious Mark there? Those in his backyard, yeah. So that tells me it's a very long drive. So yeah. It's that, so this is the weirdest thing to say. I would say that San Francisco is the perfect, worst possible destination for me to go to. Because it takes exactly as much time to drive there as it does to fly there. Because going through the airport, waiting for your flight, boarding time, sitting on the tarmac, all that kind of stuff, it takes exactly as long to drive there as it does fly there. So it is... Just come to Europe. That's a little more expensive than that. So, with a 1,000 key keyboard, I don't know that one. So, yeah. I don't think there's too much more to go over. We're kind of just continuing today from yesterday. I am less brain fried today, though, so maybe we'll even get it done. Who knows? Maybe they'll move it to the Arizona in the dead of summer. I don't know. Doesn't matter. All right. Maybe the U.S. could build trains that are not slowed down by freight companies. That sounds crazy. I don't think that would happen. I would be impressed if they learned how to build bridges. I would just like them to start with that. All right. Let's start out by getting a better photo of the circuit board here. See if we can do this with the Nikon here. I'm not going to use big lights for this because, like, there's, you know, limited time for setup and all that fun stuff. So the other benefit to using this setup is that the photos will just appear straight on the computer. So when I want to upload them, I just drag and drop. So hit this, boom. All right, here we go. That's really dark and not as jittery. Can be worse. Okay, ISO, let's be real. We're gonna have to crank this. That's a little too cranked. Let's go 800. Okay, I'm not having to crank it as much. I don't know how I'm getting away with 1/30th, but we just won't ask questions. Okay, so it's perhaps a tad overexposed based on all the red stuff. Bridge goes through the air and over the water. That is too hard. I know, right? It's crazy. I say that because one of the very core bridges between here and San Francisco went out one time while I was on my way back, which meant I had to detour 100 miles south to take the only other road that connects the two states. Which meant it was a 200-mile round trip detour, and that it's only a 300-mile drive just to get to LA, which is like the first major city there. So it's ridiculous. That sounds insane. Yeah, it's awful. No, there are two roads. There is the I-10 and there is the I-8, and the bridge.
AEPIN 247 has subscribed at Tier 1. They've subscribed for 19 months and says act request JEPIN 247 person offers nothing to this stream. End of line.
Sheepin, thank you for the Tier 1 summit for 19 months. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the bridge failure was on the I-10, which was just so bad. And the best part about the bridge failure, okay? This is one of those things, okay? The bridge itself is probably 100 feet long. That's the one that failed. I don't remember what all the details are of a treasure train. I should know, but I just don't care. All right, let's see. Can I manual focus this? Because 35% when level 5 reaches. Man, that's so many. So many ifs on that. Oh, I'm trying to tighten this. There we go. So is it safe to say you hate driving on the I-8? Well, after you're saying after that experience, I feel like I would be somewhat justified. It's weird. The I-8 is actually the better road, but the I-10 is the more direct road. So it's a little some, half dozen of the other kind of thing. So, all right. I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't take it on top of a oven thing on top of a blanket. Somewhere. You know what? It might even be at home. I don't know. I think I tried to look for it at home and I thought, oh, it must be at the office. Somewhere around here, I have a piece of black ABS that's just a flat sheet. I think it came out of like something that was being thrown away and it was just like a backsplash or something. It would make for a great backboard for photography stuff, and I just keep forgetting where it is. I haven't found it in forever. Maybe I was smart and I threw it away. I don't know. I don't see it. All right. Well, what can I use as a backdrop that isn't as big as one of the foam boards? One of the foam boards cut in half. All right. Well, that's an option. I'll just grab one of the foam boards. All right. The dingy one.
Dash Belgium at says,
Alright.
never fear, I am here, the hurling final and the composting of the RS/6000 dot. Make me lay dot, have we broken it yet? CHEER.
I have broken nothing. Everything is perfectly fine. I didn't break the bridge, thankfully. I don't know what happened to whoever ended up breaking the bridge. Hopefully it died of natural causes with no one nearby. It's not usually how it works, though. All right. This should be better. Okay, this is awkward because the USB cable is on the right side of the tablet. Probably just degraded structure. Yeah, sure. Well, I guess the tablet can just go on top of it, too. Okay. Oh, that's going to look way better. Yeah, it's almost like you're supposed to do this. Okay. All right. Stop falling over. Why is that loose? There's a ball head on top of this in addition to the bottom, or the, like, mic mount adjustment thing. So I was trying to make this better. There we go. Maybe that will not suck. Okay. Looks like you were the last to drive over it. Clearly you made the bridge fail, yeah. No, I was not the last to drive over. That's why I had to go 200 miles out of my way. All right. Let's let it focus. And take it to picture. That is a terrible photo. Let's increase the shutter speed a lot and then increase the ISO accordingly. And try that again. That's better. It didn't really focus, though. Where's the autofocus? Autofocus area. Oh gosh, that's right. This is stupid. Get rid of that. No, not whatever that is.
They've subscribed for 6 months and says, "Hi Shelby, we've been trying to reach you about an available upgrade to Ubuntu 25.04. End of line.
Stay hydrated. Thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 6 months. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything like that. Overexposed. So the red means overexposed, but the parts that are overexposed are the white backdrop that we don't care about and the top of the transformer that we don't care about. All right. Focus mode. Okay. Well, will that work? No, it won't. What's the board for? A computer devices dot. I'm going to wildly unfocus it. See if I can coax it into manually focusing. Or auto-focusing. Come on, do it. You know you want to. I'm going to go back to S. I think it's single point. There we go. Now it might be in focus. Always more coffee, Ben. All right, how's that one looking? You know what? I think it's good. That's fine. All right. Let's open this. My desktop's currently being viewed. Oh no, by who? Scary. Okay. Open with... I'm not sure this will work if I'm saving as JPEG or RAW, so let's find out. I think I'm saving as RAW. This might not be great. Yeah, image quality RAW. Okay, I should probably retake that as JPEG so that I can be lazy. Because importing RAW is a bad idea. JPEG normal. Go. When you're not row desktoping, yeah. All right, now we can open this with GIMP because I just want to crop it down to just the board size. Really, I could open with GwenView, do the same thing. GIMP is less infuriating, though. All right, oh, look at it. It looks so good. GIMP doesn't do multi-touch? I didn't realize that. Okay. Image, canvas to selection. Yep, that looks good. File, overwrite. Let's make it not enormous because it'll be fine. Export. Go. Okay. I know RAW requires external software, yes. That's why I was saying importing RAW sucks. I did some RAW developing this morning. It's still not, it's just never good on Linux. I don't know what is up with RAW therapy. It's so weird. The controls are so obtuse, they don't make any sense. I really wish it was better. All right, let me do this. Open, can I do this? Open session. Select session. All right, give me 1 second here. Okay. That's realistically the only picture we're going to need for a bit. So actually, I'm just going to close all of that. That'll be fine. Get this out of here. Let me just set this aside. Put it back on the silicone pad. Let's leave this here. And then we can just continue working from that. But I want to upload that photo really quick and get it added before we go farther. There's a stool. I only had to do a 360. All right. I guess I can turn off the camera so I don't drain my battery bank. By the way, I have a power adapter for the Nikon D5300 here that lets me just run it off of a USB-C power bank. It's incredible. I love that solution so much. It is so good, so easy to use. Unfortunately, the battery eliminator thing that I got to do that no longer is sold. So that part kind of sucks. Okay, I was going to be all sneaky, but now I got to do a thing here. One moment. Shut up, phone. Oh my gosh, QFA is 12 layers deep. So annoying. QFA, 2FA. Gosh, quad factor authentication would be a nightmare. There we go. Let me just do this way. No, bad Firefox. I did not intend to click drag that tab. There we go. All right. Some of you know, some of you have. All right. So, let me make this more convenient to get to. Boom. Check this out. These are Nikon shots with the white box here. So that is HP 48 GX there. Far clearer photos than, you know, a cell phone. And then we have a Contaflex camera here. So that is a, like, brushed metal body. That kind of thing is normally very difficult to cleanly photograph. That turned out super duper well. Then TRS-80 Model 100. That one's probably one of the least good shots there. Then the Sony KV or KX4200, I forget exactly what the model number is. The world's smallest Trinitron. Now let's get into wet photography. Put film in it, get into wet photography. Nah, I'm good. Dolphin DTR1. So that one, that turned out really well since everything is just black. And get in there, you can see like the texture on the plastic with it and all that fun stuff. And again, no detail lost. It's just the light box there doing its light box thing. Some days I think your stream is just to taunt me. And then the last one, boo, yeah. Now this one I didn't crush the whites as bad because the label card up here would start to get just blown out. So you can barely see where the paper meets the dingy white cardboard thing, foam core board. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that turned out really well. So yeah, that's clearly the way to take photos going forward. That looks ridiculous. Anyway, this thing... Oh, wait, I know what I was going to do now. Hold on, I can get rid of these. Anyone else like to live dangerously and try to middle click on one of the stupid touchpads that doesn't have delineation between buttons? I do, and it's annoying. Anyway, just give me a second because I'm bringing up the folder where the photos are. Is it next cloud? Whew. Lego Soda calculators, maybe you should look into finding a DEC RTO1 or RTO2 terminal. I don't know what those are. Is it a Nixie tube terminal? Because that sounds outrageously expensive. RTO1 terminal. Oh my gosh, they are Nixie terminals. Also, there are no photos of them on the internet. Even the computer... Are you kidding me? This is the Computer History Museum's website, okay? Collection data, still image. Can we see it? No. Their data is just a photo. Oh, because it is a publicity photograph. Oh, why did HP give the Computer History Museum a DEC photo? Weird. Oh, it's a negative. So they have the film. That's ridiculous. It's a picture of an RTO2. No, but I want an RTO1. Yeah, the ad sucks, though. This is what you're looking at. That's useless. What can we see? We see some poor old farmers that are, oh yeah, definitely for sure 100% using that. Yeah, And then we can see maybe 6 digits and a numpad. I mean, that image sucks. Probably because HP is like 10-minute drive. Yeah, but HP owned DEC via Compaq. Wait, Compaq bought DEC? Digital Equipment Corporation. Okay, apparently I don't know this history. Okay, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. 90s, companies in terminal oil. DEC was acquired in June 1998 by Compaq. What was that time the largest merger in the history of the computer industry? Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Huh. Dude, I was thinking about this last night. It is insane how well Compaq did. Like, who actually founded Compaq? Founded in 82, and they just straight up came out swinging with the Compaq Portable. That part I knew. Jim Harris, okay. Who are all former Texas Instruments senior managers. Okay, that kind of makes more sense. All three had left by 1991. Okay, the left Compaq. That could be clarified a little bit. Because, yeah, it's just insane. Like, Compaq kind of beat IBM at their own game. Here, the farmers complain they would never use a calculator since they can do it perfectly in their head. Yeah, that's just one of those everyone gets a turn at ownership companies. IBM dragged their feet of releasing 386. Compaq just went and did it. Arguably all modern PCs are descendants of that design. I could see that, yeah. I still didn't do the thing I was trying to do. Hold on, give me a second. I just need to find where the photos are. Hold on. Pictures, capture. Close this Mario Kart World thing. Why is it not showing thumbnails? Configure. Isn't there a shortcut for whether or not it shows thumbnails? Show previews, F12. There we go. Okay, that's a lot of pictures of the moon. I mean, where's it taking the pictures? We're storing the pictures? Hold on, one moment. I gotta figure out where Entangle actually saved this picture. Let's just try shopping more stuff. Select session, okay. Oh, I was actually being slightly smart. These are going directly to Nextcloud if I let that actually run. You know what? Hold on, I told Nextcloud to shut up. Let me actually sign in, because that sounds like a smart thing.
JEFFERSONTWILIGHT 9C5 100, but he digresses onto the next tangent. End of line.
Jefferson, thank you for the 100 bits. Need to watch *Halt and Catch Fire*. Bet he starts using a fume extractor then? Nah. Again, I don't solder enough for that to really be an issue. And I'm sure that's about how some dude got cancer and died because of it. But, like, I just don't do enough. They were doing, like, whole hog assembly. Big difference. Where on earth is my Nextcloud? There it is. Okay. Wait till we get to the part where he gets to 300 on the belt. Yeah. I may have just crashed the surface one moment. Nextcloud's having a moment. Sorry. Is that default state? I mean, I'm running Linux, so it's a little more complicated. So this is being way slow. There we go. There we go. What? Oh, I picked a weird place to save the pictures. Okay, I finally found them. Jeez. All right, let's continue. Ugh. Name a better duo. I mean, oil and water. Okay. So we are going to rename this to CDI Dot CRT analog board. And then we go here, upload file. That was supposed to be a middle click. All right, below everyone's minds. Boop. And then that's all fine. Just try to remember to make it CCA by A4. Upload. Go! I said upload. Okay. There we are. Now we could put that on the dot page. By the way, Contemptible Cat, thank you for the correction. Okay, edit. And then insert, gallery. That thing. And done. Okay. And now we continue. Okay, I really wish I should just disconnect the anode cable. It's so annoying. All right. Whose coffee water bottle is in the way? There we go. This battery bank has a wireless charger built in. That was not a part of the reason that I bought it, but I'm always horrified that I'm not going to pay attention and I'm going to set something like my water bottle down on that and it's going to try and wirelessly charge the water bottle. Wait a minute. Did I just invent the 2025 coffee warmer? No. Okay. For those of you who weren't around in the like late 90s, early 2000s garbage of like gadget era, well, it's not like we're not in that still because all the junk from China or whatever. But like it was very common to get a little heat pad that you could plug into the wall that was just like a ceramic heating element that you'd put your coffee mug on. So dumb. Well, Helicroft, it just means that I got to put a little NFC chip in my water bottle. Oh, I know there were USB ones. Those are the more terrifying ones.
I will have you know. End of line.
Go catch it. Thank you for the 100 bits. All right. Let's map some caps. So, sorry. I should have done this yesterday. But with my brain being apparently equally tired today, I didn't think to get this, a marker, and start tapping the tops of the caps as we go along, so it's a little more easier to discern which ones I have already mapped. Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose. There's another thing I wanted to do as well. What was it? Oh, it was slightly important. Great. I don't remember. So over here, I was looking. Oh, it was not important at all. I was going to call this out. Everybody keeps saying, oh, you're going to get Google Fiber, then you can move the servers here. Okay, this is my clock, okay? You see how it's not showing the time? That's because every single day when I come into the office now, it has lost power overnight. So no, I will not be moving any servers to the office because that just keeps happening over and over again. No idea why. Gonna guess it's related to construction though. All right, anyway, Pokerator, flat.
100 redeem set net clock. End of line.
You could have actually redeemed set clock, unless it's disabled, but here, fine. I'm not putting it, I don't know how long the power's out for. I'm not tracking that. It might actually be for a little while because the clock has been more accurate than usual, and usually it runs fast, which makes me think that it's running, or that it gets pulled out for a while. It has like a super cap in it, so it does hold time when it's off. So that has its own UPS built in. But no, I'm not gonna run a server off of a UPS that in a scenario that I know it's losing power all the time. It just doesn't make sense. It's 10:40, yeah. So I haven't set the time on that clock in a long, long time. It should be more like 20 minutes ahead by now. The fact that it's only 7 means that it's being held off for a long time. Getting Google Fiber at the office, servers are staying at home with the, definitely reliable Cox internet. Day field looks empty. Yeah, how are you going to handle a day field in a clock? So that's actually literally a Super Bowl countdown timer from, I think, like the mid-2000s for a retail display. So it's meant to count down the other way. But it just also happens to have a clock mode built in. So one server for offsite backup. I have a cardboard box full of hard drives. That's what that's for. Okay. Let's go over this. C607, check. 673, check. Why do I have an office? Because I am taking up 900 square feet of space here, and that is a lot of space. That's just for my work stuff. It's a lot of space. So it's the day of the week on that clock for its day field. I didn't write the software for it. I wanted to. It's an 8051. I even bought development software or hardware for it, but then I pushed one button, found out it had a clock function built in. I was like, well, I'm not wasting my time on this. Okay, 504, done. Didn't do 501. I think I did 502, yeah. And 505 we definitely did, because that's the best one. But if you want to also know why I have an office, you can go back later in my channel and look for the video titled Help Shape the Future of Tech Tangents to have a better understanding. Just suggesting an idea, yes, which, what, no. Okay, fair enough. All right, fine. Sorry. I get lots of suggestions for things for me to do that don't have people think things through. Like, every single time I'm asked about running Doom on something, it's just like, it all becomes white noise of annoyance after a while. All right, what's this? 506. Was that one done? No, it was not. Okay, let's do that one first, because it's another of the exact same footprint. All right. 25, 4.7. Wait, wasn't that the 25 volt 4.7? Hold on. 509, 607. Oh, that is 509. I can't read. Did I do a 6? Hold on. Is there a 506 on here? No. Now I think I read the number upside down. 502, 501, 504. That's 506. And it's chunky and I didn't mark it. Okay. I'll say this as well. If there is ever a very temporary disconnect that resolves itself, there is like nothing, there's no reason to tell me. Or I can't do anything about that. It's not useful information. I understand that it is annoying, but there isn't anything I can do. We maybe have a solution in the works, but there's nothing I can do. Okay. All right, let's see if we can do the weird one. So it's right here. The value is on the back side here, but the legs are like not easy to move. I could desolder the leg, I suppose. Yeah, it's probably just the easiest action. No, I actually haven't seen Sonic 3 yet. I keep forgetting because I'm also not a huge movie person. Ugh. was on sale. Yeah. It's still so weird that they cast Jim Carrey as Eggman. Paul guy, we're working on the dot from the video. Okay, there we go. Sanyo, what is with it? You and your weird cap value labeling. It's a 1/25th cap. 1/25. So weird. So it's 1 UF 25 volts, I presume, but like, come on. All right, let's get that leg back down. 25 volt. Ow, 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 ow. Don't solder yourself. 25 volt, 1 UF. Okay.
The form of that insect says micro USB is the Windows Vista of connectors CHER 101. End of line.
No, it isn't. It's absolutely not. It's the Windows 7 of USB connectors. Windows Vista. Come on. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. No. There would be Windows Vista. And that would be mini USB. That was replaced for literally no reason at all. Type B 3.0, Linux, obviously. Because it's the best. All right, so 501. Insert below. We can copy pretty much all of this, but we're going to replace a lot. This is a Sanyo brand capacitor. I got like no clue what series it is. It's 85C72 for whatever the series is. 72 or 27? It's 27. Okay, we'll leave all of that. 1 UF, 25 volts. C501. Okay. Adrian, digital cameras all use different cables. There isn't one. The Nikon cable is that I need for these things is proprietary to it. Yeah, fuzzball. That's no. The mini B port never failed. It was fantastic. Well, they would obviously just be Mac Silent Searchlight. The weird ones that no one else used. I mean, yeah, that's Mac. That's like just straight up Mac. All right, insert below. Okay, now let's do whatever this green one is. I don't know what brand that is. That's another Sanyo. Okay. I think that's it for the small ones. Let me mark that. That might be the bad cap on there. By the way, there's Sage. Look, it's doing stuff. Anyway, that might be the cap that's dragging it down. Oh, there's one over here. C501. This is C510, not 501. Let's not do that. Okay, let's grab this. What value is that? 50 volt, 2.2 UF, because of course it can't be the same as anything else. Okay, 501, 2.2, yep. 2.2, 50 volts, all the rest of it's the same except for whatever the M number is. 156. Okay, insert below. Now we can do the weird green one. Let me mark the other one. Boop. I forget how this is, the marking. Like, you really can't skip it. Oh, there's another one here. 25 volt, 22 UF. Of course. Why wouldn't there be literally every possible variation of voltages and things? 656. Number is 17. Okay. What do you guys prefer to see? The wiki or the board? Or the worst of both worlds? Because, I mean, we have this. I don't know. This is a difficult one as far as like how to film it. I think the correct answer is no one's watching the stream because they're just busy yakking about USB cables. Both? You want this shot? Okay. Worst of both, definitely. All right. All right, one vote for board. All right. It still boggles my mind there isn't a better like, Alcantara keyboard for this. I hate this thing. I wish there was just a rigid plastic shell keyboard available for this. Your vote is for super. All right. Green one is a Sanyo. It's a weird size. Let me grab that. Okay, RefDes 511. Value 4.7 UF. $25 volts. All right, let's get some measurements. Diameter 8. Height 12. Let's go 10. And we'll go 12. Okay, lead spacing. Oh, it's one of those really awesome double-sided designator boards. So you don't have to guess. It's just there. 5 mil. Okay. It is 85. It is O dot E28 series. Weird. O dot E28. Okay, that's it for that one. All right, next up, I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to lean all the way over to look at that one, so I'm just going to do this one. Okay, that is 512. Oh, yeah. Wait, I did already mark that one. Drat, I don't get to do that and be lazy. Just noticed Orange Computer is pending. No, I did not. I didn't know you were going to go for it. It's pretty jamming, though. I like that one. No, my day has been drive to the office, play Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then start stream. That's all I've done today, and it's been a great day so far. All right, let's do this one. 506. And it's a medium size I have not yet done. Okay. I hit spacebar. I thought I would have ended stream for a second there. Okay. 85C 442 number. I'll just mark that while I'm thinking about it. 442. No idea what these mean. They're probably production date codes, not like series numbers, but whatever. Okay, actual rating now is up against the heat sink. Thanks. Oh my gosh. 220. Swap the period for a 0. I think it was 16 volts. Yeah. All right. White anode. This is wrong. It should be red. Why? What's wrong with that? Okay. Size. Ooh, oh, man. Is this one a 10? It is. And it's the same height as everything else. That's 12. This is 506. That's 509. Right? 506. Okay. 506. It's just 5 again. Everything's 5mm lead spacing. Red means danger, then clearly this one isn't dangerous, of course. It's probably because it's wide. The electricity gets to dissipate over a bigger space. See, it's a safe CRT. You don't have to worry about it. All right, that one marked. Okay. This. Oh my gosh, it's like the only other duplicate. C508 is the same. Oh my gosh. It's a capacitor miracle. How about these? Can any of these be the same? Oh, that one's the same too. Crazy. 606. All right. Well, that's it for those ones. The other ones can't possibly be that. They are 160 volt 10 UF. Those two are the same. So let's go ahead and do those next. All right. Making real progress here. Ooh. Am I wrong, or are these just all run-of-the-mill, like, general usage caps? None of these are actually made.
Subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 3 months and says progress is good. End of line.
Willie Ken, thank you for the 3 months of tier 1 there. I appreciate that. The other ones can't possibly be that, says as the other ones quietly get on with being that. Hey, I'd rather want them to make me feel like an idiot and not have to do more work. Finally caught up on Discord messages. I don't know what the Discord messages would be. All normal caps except for the bipolar one. Yeah. So it's going to be really cheap to replace these, essentially. Because I'll get them with better ripple current handling and higher temp rating. But yeah, we don't have to go crazy. So they can just be general series. These are 85. I'm going to replace them with 105s. So yeah, they didn't even bother with that, despite them being right under the CRT heater. Oh, we do have to do the weird one, too. I got to remember that. Okay, what was I doing? This. You know what? Let's drop the pen. All right, now that that's done, let's do the weird one next. That way I can't forget it. Okay. This is SEM. I think this is Nichicon. It's hard to tell since somebody tied it to the main board.
Chloroku says CHEER 100 stop yawning. You are contagious. End of
Nichicon,
line.
Yeah. My apologies, Chloe. Okay. Nichicon. Okay. They are still 85 only. And I think I saw it's the SEM series. So that's, I'm pretty sure, again, just bog standard whatever. I forget what M is. Isn't M the tolerance rating? That means it's like 20% or something. Okay, this is 100 UF, 100 volt. That's like the perfect capacitor. $100 UF, 100 volt. Okay. Is that a cap or an inductor on the right edge? That's an inductor. It is weird. Yeah, I can kind of see that. The set screw fell out of my dial calipers. All right. 13 millimeters? Weird cap. What do you want, phone? $20 tall. That's a battery bank, not a phone. I'm going to make a guess of what this notification is, or at least who it's from. Oh, I'm not correct. Okay. Why? Yeah, it's usually you, TCAC. Most often, it's you. Okay. Lead spacing, I think it's just 5 again. That was a charged cap. I didn't get popped, but I got out of there quick. Okay. Yep, 5mm. Okay. What's the reference designator on that one? C210. Okay. I forget, it would be nice to get some insulating tips for this at some point. All right. This one is done. I'm just going to mark both sides. Okay, now the 160s. So these are coated in glue. Oh, that's a resistor. That's capacitor value. 652. And 51. I guess that makes sense. Tell me that cap is still good? I mean, no, that doesn't tell you enough. It definitely doesn't. I'm going to replace it either way. If I'm going this far, I'm going all the way. 160 volt 10 UF.
GOGOGADGET 360 SIZCHER 100. We are begging you to please stop yawning. End of line.
There is no way for me to stop. That's not how it works biologically. Additionally, I don't think I've done it in a while. A sigh is not a yawn. If you are misinterpreting it as such, that is on you. Okay. But thank you for the 100 bits. Go, go. All right, 210 was that one. I want the same as this one. 606, because most of the size is the same there. Just thinking the leakage must be low. There's more than leakage that can go wrong with capacitors. The ESR can be bad. That's just the resistance in and out, not through. The ESR being high on a varying voltage will cause heat, which will cause, you know, boom. So there's a lot more than just leakage. Matter of fact, I don't even check leakage. Okay, I need the height of these because that's different, I think. I'm going 15. It's 5mm again. Without touching it this time. Yeah, 5. Okay. Number 172 and 172. So they're either the same batch or this actually matters. I don't know. We haven't had a duplicate number yet, so. be 46 on this one. And it's 25 and 470. It's only one of that. And that's the wrong button. C612. One was 470. Yep. And 25. I can remember something for more than 3 seconds, for sure. Should always check for things. Yeah, okay, it's still going to be 10 millimeters, just the height will be different. Height is 20. Okay. 2 left. All right. We're not mapping out the dipped ones. They're probably fine. I mean, now, 3 decades from now, who knows if they'll be fine, but for right now, they're almost always fine. So we'll do this one, that one, and then we are done with this, and it'll be time to crack open the power supply. Oh, man. One moment. Okay. Any tantalum? I mean, that's what those ones are, aren't they? It might be paper epoxy. I don't see any tantalum on this. There's probably tantalums on the logic boards. Those are ceramics. Motherboard's got tantalums. For sure. If they didn't explode now, they'll probably be fine. All right. Big boy is 620. It's still a through-hole Rubicon and all that fun stuff. The sizes are wrong, so I'll fix that in a moment. But let me just do this really quick. 16 diameter. Height is, I'm going to guess, 24. And I would be wrong. It's just 20. How? Because wasn't this 20? That's 20. There we go. Okay, it's 25. Lead spacing's probably 5 millimeters since everything is. Looks like it's actually 8. I don't know, 6.5 a valid lead spacing? It doesn't seem like it should be. Maybe 7? 7? Question mark? All right, what's its weird number? 32. Okay, it is 1,000 UF and 35 volts. All right. time for the final capacitor, which is obviously not aluminum electrolytic. It's a giant ceramic capacitor, quite clearly. So we got, it is a Rubicon. It's a high definition capacitor, so that's good. 50 volt, 4.7. Is there a series-ish thing on here? There is. 20. Cool, thanks. Love it. Is this the same as the non-polar cap that's in the Super Nintendo? Wait, is that one polar or non-polar in that? I thought it was non-polar. I guess it is polar. Okay, yeah, that one is just polar in the Super Nintendo. That's the exact same series of caps all these other ones are. Okay, insert below. Grab all of that. It is Rubicon. Aluminum. I'm going to prefix the aluminum electrolytic with non-polar. Oh yeah, there's one of it. Its reference designator is 621. No, we didn't fix the Super Nintendo. We replaced all the capacitors with it, and nothing changed. It was still pink. So, no idea what's wrong. Only big non-polar caps like this can handle a lot more current 1 amp compared to tiny ones. Interesting. Was not aware of that. Did you ever do the Game Gear? Man, you guys like to ask questions, don't you? Okay, 4.7 UF, that's it? Okay, that explains the current carrying capability. Good grief. And 50 volt. Okay, diameter. $18. Height. $33. I'm going to say 32, assuming some lead space is in there. And it's probably 5mm lead spacing again. So I think it's 7. Non-polar caps here in CRT circuits always check the ripple current of the original. What do you mean? Do you mean like powered up and check this? Because the way this thing goes together, that's not happening. If you mean like actually measure the ripple voltage on that, yeah, generally what I will do is I will just order the highest ripple current capability. Well, I think I'm going to get a data sheet. Unless HD is the series. HD probably is the series, actually. HD. All right. I wonder Rubicon HD series capacitor. Let's see. Data sheet. Wait, we have an HD one? Hold on, what? No. We have it for Nichicon. Lower impedance at high frequency range, smaller case. It's not weird. It's not like the bipolar one. Some ways I can start pay risk, alpha, and with titanium. Yeah, I don't know. It'll take some digging. I don't know if I can find that. That's from Nintendo. Yeah, I don't think any of these are going to be useful. Yeah. These are much later, too. Yep, they didn't have an HD. So, not sure how I can find that, but I'll probably just order the highest ripple current one possible. So it's just like, it's not a question, it's just I did what I could. And on that, boop, done. Let me look over all of these, make sure there's no electrolytics that were unmarked. They are all marked. Save changes. Boom. There we go. That's a lot of capacitors, man. No wonder this took so long. Stupid single value ones just all over the place. Okay. So, we're done with this, and we can move on to the power supply. Which means this whole thing can... What is the brand of dial calipers? It is Anytime Tools. If you go to the My Tools video on YouTube, I bet I have a link to them on Amazon. But yes, I do prefer the dial calipers. I don't always use them because you guys can't realistically see the value on these because you got to look here and then here, and it's kind of more complicated. So a lot of times I use the Michitoyo digital ones, but the batteries in those are running running low. So now even I have to like turn it at a really severe angle to be able to even see it. So, probably should replace the batteries to make sure that they stay, accurate. All right, let me move this there somehow, and then we'll have space for the power supply. Is that the stupid Google AI, Casey? Because I don't really care what it says. It probably just pulled that from a forum thread on bad caps and doesn't have any more information than what one dude said he found. All right. Non-polar handle more than... Can you link that in Discord? And I can look at that later? I would appreciate that. All right. Dude, it's kind of crazy. It's such a narrow CRT. All right. Let that hang out back there. And this is power supply. Put it in live channel? Perfect. Thank you. All right, this is gonna kind of suck. It's got like a giant shroud on it. I don't know why, but we got to take that off. What's the actual aspect of the CRT? It is 9 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So if you want to figure out an aspect ratio beyond 9 by 5, be my guest, but I don't want to. The resolution is 1024 by 254, if I remember correctly. It's some weird number. You can find it in the Read Me First sheet that I scanned and put on archive.org. One over 5x9, yeah. Got any Reefa caps? Let's find out. I don't think so, but let's find out. How do we remove this thing? So this, and these, I presume. I'm going to move these into the tray. The reason I'm cagey about saying horizontal deflection, that's hilarious. So it is literally meant exclusively for CRTs. That's kind of awesome. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm cagey about the aspect ratio because the measurement of the tube is not necessarily like the visible area. And if you inset linearly from the same side, so like ½ inch in on the sides, ½ inch in on the top, you are going to change the aspect ratio. So it's not just as simple as 9x5. You know what's annoying, Helen Croft? I have had a running eBay search for years to try and find any capacitor datasheet manuals. I found none. Because I know there's going to be lost things like this, where the information existed, but it's just gone now, and we can't find it. That might be a good thing to post in Discord for me to see later, Poot, as well. That might even be a thing that would be worth adding to CapsWiki with a note for like relevant for this, from this year kind of thing. Put it on the Cap Series page under Rubicon. That is impressive. Yeah, that definitely needs to go on Discord. Thank you. Discord, or just add it to CapsWiki. Either one works. You animals. Hopefully we don't need to remove that one. Yeah, that's a soldered screw. That's one where I could make a case for dremeling a slot in it to use with a flat blade. Let's get in some water. That's not a crack. That's a... I don't think it's a crack. Pretty sure it's a mark where it got rubbed. %50 rubbing alcohol? Where on earth did I get that garbage? It's refilling my weird push thing. Yeah, they soldered the screw to it. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a flux stain or something. I'm just going to try wiping it off with a paper towel. See what happens. That's drinking alcohol. I know, right? Jeez. Okay, actually, I think it predates 2020. I'm pretty sure they ramped up just like 91 and 99% for that. I don't think they did the stupid weak ones. Paper towel. Yeah, that's not correct, so that's fine. It's worth checking, just to be sure. But I don't think we saw any, well, I saw any kind of problems. I guess I've never shown it on live. I've never seen any problems like that. Like the kind that would be caused by a cracked board. Thought they ramped up the 70s stuff as well. Maybe I didn't see that here, though. Well, that one was soldered too, but I don't actually need to remove that one. Well, I broke it, whatever it was on. Okay, cool, let's continue. Yay! What's this connected to? I can't tell because it's all under the shroud. Oh, wait, it's not. The shroud's free. Never mind. Don't tell me these are glued on. No, they just are very tight fitting. Need to wait for a capsule key email confirmation code. Okay, hopefully that comes through. Ooh. Gosh, those caps. I should have reformed those. Oh my gosh. Nah, they're fine. They're not that much. Look at that guy. It's It's literally called power supply piggyback. From this side, you can see the difference between the high voltage and low voltage areas. Okay, we should probably take a picture. There are really not that many electrolytic caps on here. I don't know if there are any under the piggyback or if the piggyback disconnects. Well, hopefully it disconnects since it is going to. I don't think I see any caps under there, though. Not electrolytics, at least. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, unless it's like these that are bad, and those are Marcon? Marcon, yeah. I think we had those be bad in an IBM one. Capsookie code was in the spam folder. Did have your IP wrong? It doesn't have your IP wrong. Well, it's behind a reverse proxy, and I don't do forward X or whatever the thing is on Nginx to have your IP be correct, because that would require networking, and you know that's a word here. Well, H. Montrez, this dot was powered on before I bought it, so there was no point in me attempting to reform it. The second one, I should have, but since the first one worked, I figured the chances were likely that this one would work too. Also, I'm not seeing any REFAs. I'm gonna guess, yeah, it's got one of them chunky power connectors on it that probably has the line filter caps built in. Oh wait, no, it's right here, and it's not a REFA. It's a GI brand, whatever. Dude, no, that's a rectifier. Never mind. Yeah, they got to be in the power plug. Yeah, not too many caps on here. All right. Ooh, that one's weird. Who had L-shaped vents? Oh, it's Marcon again. Okay. All right, let's get a photo about the white cap beside it. I mean, that one's only like a paper. I mean, those are probably good forever, right? Well, it's only if it's an actual REFA capacitor, the brand REFA. It's not a type of capacitor. It is a specific brand and product line of capacitors that are known to do that. All XY line filter class safety are not prone to that. It was one manufacturer that their epoxy fails over time. This is a different plug, so it's probably not from that manufacturer. Picture, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, this one would be on the wood. Well, I don't know. I'm not looking too hard at it. It didn't blow up. I don't care. Okay. If it blows up later, that's on me. All right. No camera connected. I agree. Okay. Ooh, that's going to work well. That's very crooked. There we go. Boom. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that. All right. Well, we like the crazy white box light. Yeah, we're not using that for this. That's super crazy overkill. That, like, absolute ridiculous overkill. That is not what this is for. Or what... This is not what that is for. Oh my gosh. Coffee. I don't even see a brand. Oh, it's on the other side. That would require me to like pinch these in. Boy, that's just it's in the power switch, not the plug. And there's not enough slack for me to pull it out and see it because it's hard connected. Oh my gosh, it's enormous. And potted. For those of you who care, that's the line filter. So if you know what brand that is, and it's big, like it's big. It is the plug. But yeah, it's that's a chunky doodad there. I have no idea what that is as far as like brand. If there's a reefer in there, you won't know it's pop. Yeah. So not a problem because they fail open. What is the forklift thing in your office? I can link that if you really want to know. That one's a little different. It's not going to be in the tool video, I think. Oh, well, if... No, for what? Oh, data general stuff. The hard drives in that thing weigh 160 pounds each. I cannot pull them out by myself. So that allows me to lift. It's not just a forklift. It's actually a full platform. So that's how there's a storage bin on it. And then it just has a crank and allows you to raise and lower. Couldn't be much easier to use. The other thing I'm going to use it for is plucking the CRTs out of the Hydro Thunder someday. Because those sucked to remove. Itchy Series added capsule key? Awesome, thank you. In that case, I can do this. There we go. And now, when I go to order caps, I'll be able to click that to go directly to that series. Thank you for adding that. Like that, your computer has its own office chair. Oh, yeah. This is still Pepcat if the computer is in the chair. Yeah, it's because the AT&T was pulling double duty, distracting people, and being stored on the Micronova, and now it's not. It is currently homeless in the office. It's staying here because I need to fix it. The thing that's on top of the CRT, that's the chip that we think is needed to repair it. So, all right. Let's continue round 2 here. I'm going to start laying out a section on the site for this board so it can be documented. Now to add the HA series, that is also a CRT. Oh, cool. That kind of stuff is exactly what CapsWiki's for, to try and make those kinds of things easier to find. Did you did use the thing? Perfect. Yeah. So you do have to click this at least once to make sure that it has been archived. Wayback has not archived that. Okay. But why can't I archive it? I don't have the way back extension. Hold on. Way back. Unless this website's stupid and doesn't allow you to way back it. Oh my gosh. Hold on. There we go. Save, last saved 1146. Wait, did you just save it? Save not using the archive plugin? Okay. Hey, Digital Ice Age, we're just making sure our page is saved on archive.org here. Okay, so now it'll probably work. There we go. Perfect. There is a place to submit a URL, but usually when you go to a domain that is not archived, it will ask if you want to save it. I don't know why it didn't ask that time. So I assumed it was because, was that an FTP link? Maybe? Is that why? No, I don't know why it didn't offer to save. That's weird. Oh well. At least now it doesn't matter. Is it possible to add the link I sent to CapsWiki? I forget which one you sent. Was it the full Rubicon stuff? So if you want, you can definitely create an account on here. And then I would recommend underneath the Rubicon series here, just adding a note like 1985 catalog or whatever. I think I did that for, yeah, so like Nippon, United Chemicon here, series overview. I should have added a year to this, if there is one in there. But if you can see a year, yeah, maybe there just isn't one in here. Definitely you can add something like that, because each of these individually are just one of the data sheets for a capacitor. Instead, it's just like the whole thing, all is one thing. Because what it would be, I can give you an example of this. Tangent unlocked. You guys win. Let's see, where is one of these? I have a billion of them. It should not be hard to find one. Why am I having any kind of difficulty at all with this? Come on. There we go. So, Dallas Semiconductor Product Data Book, okay? The company who makes those stupid RTC chips with the battery built in, okay? So, what these are, this is a book that is essentially a bunch of data sheets in here as pages. So that was one chip we're looking at here, and then it will go on to the next chip. And it's one at a time. So the giant PDF you linked, Poot, is probably like this, where it was a book that had a bunch of their stuff in it. So you could pick out individual parts or capacitors from that, or you can just link the entire thing, and then if people want to try and search through that for their specific one, they could do that and then link to like the page on CapsWiki. So yeah, I would recommend things like this. You just link at the top from the manufacturer, then put a date in there if you can. Like this one, 1985, 86. That's how I would link this. Not that we necessarily need. Actually, this one probably would be worth putting on CapsWiki since it might cover the stupid battery things, but I don't have the scan. I don't know if it is scanned. Hopefully it is, because I don't want to scan it. This looks like a lot of work. But that's how I view that, is that that should go at the top. If you wanted, you could break out the individual pages and re-upload them to archive.org and link to those for a series if you wanted, but it's not necessarily required. Yeah, Paul Guy, I thought they did remove FTP as well. I just wasn't sure. All right. Let's get back to work. All right. Edit our original parts. You know what? I'm going to cheat slightly. Main page. Hold on. This is a trick you can use. Test. Create page. And then I'm just going to copy paste this. Copy. Yes, lead page. Edit. Paste. Boom. There we go. Okay. Basic PCB name. PSU board. Okay. Really what you're looking so not then really what you're looking for based on your description. Okay, let me just look at it in Discord. Hold on. Because I didn't look at the sheet. I just saw that it seemed like it was some kind of generic Rubicon thing. Head chat wins, tail Shelby loses. What? Go to the properties PDF sometimes has validate. Maybe. But that I would be impressed. Because I've never done that. I didn't even think about doing that. Okay, so this is what you linked. Okay, aluminum electrolytic, technical notes. Okay. This appears to be a general description of capacitors. This would still be worth linking, but more on the aluminum electrolytic page rather than anything else. This would be a good reference if we wanted to actually cite how this stuff works instead of just directly tell people. Like, if we were trying to commit any of this information from Caps Wiki back to actual real wiki, where there's people who are going, actually, then we would need to have this. So yeah, there is a place where this could be put, but it's this. Yeah, this is not what I was talking about. This kind of is this section, but that's not the main goal of this. Do we mention if a series is obsolete? I wouldn't mention if it's obsolete. I would mention if there is a recommended replacement. Like, I think some of the Rubicons have deliberately called out recommended replacements. But if they're obsolete, I think it's kind of assumed that all the stuff's obsolete, is how I would say it. Thanks for taking a look. Yeah, no problem. So to give you an idea here, and yes, I really am just alternating back and forth between standing and sitting, because neither one is comfortable. So this page here on capacitor types has a section for aluminum electrolytic. We could link to that document you found here to talk about some of the information on how the capacitors are built or things like that. So that is the place where it could go, but it doesn't. You don't necessarily have to do that right now. And we do have some information. Okay. Are there any part board number doodad things? Yes. There are some. Okay. So 00, accidental click 02 dash 14506. They're obviously so tough, like, yeah, exactly. D5, 1, 2, 7, 4. Rev C 22-3-3285. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. No. All right. Oh my gosh, gotta blow my nose again. Okay. Under the caps, it's not that critical. It's meant to help people identify exactly what board they're looking at. So if it's underneath one of the capacitors, they're not going to do that to try and identify it. So it's not that critical. Let's leave the bipolar cap alone for now. I bet we can find a replacement. Whoa. Okay. Photo. I need that in here. Oh no, I accidentally opened it with that weird picture viewer. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a program do that to the KDE cursor. Is that what a GTK program does? It's all pixelated. That is weird. Alan Croft. That's not the same as this either, which I think is the most intuitive computer feature that has ever existed, where you shake the cursor and it just gets bigger and bigger. And the best part is it never stops getting bigger. I will never stop loving this. It's the best. Great for old people? Well, it's not even for old people. It's just meant to be an intuitive thing. You shake the cursor, where is it? There it is. It's the whole screen. Boop. I will never not enjoy that. It's fantastic.
GOGOGADGET 360 SIZHER 100. The giant cursors are invading. Run for your lives. End of line.
Go, Gadget. Thank you for the 100 bits. Perfect feature. Yes, it really is. All right, PSU board. They stole it from Mac and it was worth it. Especially useful for the big trackpad. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of hated doing it with the trackpad. I find it better with the mouse. We tried using IS PDF search to find missing data sheet. I have not. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Generally, though, I feel like it's really hard to find datasheet information because, like, if you look at the URL for the one that Hellencroft linked, it doesn't even make sense. So, it's hard to say what would and would not be correct. I'm curious. I think I have a thing for this. Is yeah, screw it. Expensive one. I am like way overheated right now, and I'm curious if the room is just hot. The AC over there says, oh yeah, it's only 74, but it sure doesn't feel like it. I'm just curious what the actual temperature in here is. So let's see what thermal camera says. Fans, airflow. Yeah. Okay, that says 70. That doesn't seem right. The camera is 90. The lights are 170. I don't know, maybe it is that temperature. The floor is 74. Okay, maybe I just chugged me too fast. And now I'm paying the price. Yeah, because that all tracks. It is, the floor is cold enough that, look right there. Okay, you can't see it. Hold on. Okay. You can see down there, there's 4 spots where the stool was. I'm going to put my foot right in the middle of it. Wait a second and lift it up. It's cold enough you can see my footprints through my shoes. So it's not that hot, I guess. That also gives you an idea how hot I'm running right now. Just keep in mind the CIA could track your footprints from thermal vision. Digitalization. I'm gonna stand. All right. We got that file uploaded? Okay. Insert, image, gallery. Need a stand desk. I'm not going to find one that's this size of this workbench. That's just not going to happen. There's a reason I built this too, because I want to be able to take something like this and just go, jam it in there and not have to worry about it. Because I know I can replace the top on this with just another generic sheet of MDF. I don't have to worry about it. It is built cheap so that I can treat it cheap. Then make it yourself. I did. It's the correct standing height. And then a stool makes it the correct sitting height. It's Arizona summer. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not getting any pictures here. CDI Dot. Maybe I can search. Did CapsWiki go down? I think I would have lost connection here. I did lose no machine connection over on the other computer. That's weird. Am I still live? Oh, I think the sponge Wi-Fi may have gone down. I think that's what happened. Yeah, sponge Wi-Fi went down. Hmm. Think of the past soon. I mean, hopefully. Live on your end. Okay, weird. Why is this bad though? Let me close it and reopen it. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is show the surface. That was a real yawn. I'm not going to apologize. I'm a human. Okay. Recent uploads. No results found. Okay, you know what? Let's just save and reload the page. Oh, you know what? This is connected to Sponge Wi-Fi. So if Sponge Wi-Fi went down, oh, that would do it. Rip our pie. And plugging it back in. Now we just wait. Fun fact, I have no idea how the Raspberry Pi that I just hard power cycled without doing a graceful shutdown, the SD card in it has developed bad sectors. I don't know how that happened. Out of spite, yeah. Google Maps isn't calling out photo radar. Switch to Waze. Oh my god, I'm going to take a moment, blow my nose again for the millionth time. I don't mean to tell you about all my bodily function things, but like I'm walking off screen is like I could just say, oh, I'm going to go away for a second, get a better micro SD card. Yeah, but that would require like, you know, cloning this one and putting it in. You thought it was 40. All right, Sponge Wi-Fi is working again. You're right on time. Okay. Hey, look, images when we have internet. Crazy. Only use industrial, only a few bucks more expensive. I mean, this I'm pretty sure is the free one that came with my ANET A8. It's got to be the highest possible quality. I mean, it wouldn't just, you know, give it to you without it being good. And it was really nice of them to include an 8 terabyte micro SD card for free. Is the capacity real? It's only 8 gigs. And that is real. I'm getting more water because it's that kind of day, apparently. Oh, you know what? It is actually a really humid day. That's right. Is there still a ton of... All right. Yeah, I can't do Caps Wiki if, you know, the home internet dies. So let's see, is this working yet? Hey, look, Caps Wiki. Yay! Crazy. Should probably go remote in and make sure that the chat script is back up to date and running. Am I live? Can you guys see anything? Hello? Stream is back. Okay, there we go. No, we can't see anything. All right, that's unfortunate. All right, I'm just going to go restart the chat thing if I can actually connect to it. Man, it apparently took so long to reconnect, you guys missed my gag. Oh well. Alright, there we go. I restarted the server backend. Okay. There are now 2 CRT series caps. Awesome. Was it raining outside? No, it's not raining, it's just cloudy. Which can cause wonky cellular, but that was home internet, which is not cellular. So. Took so long to come back. Twitch decided it's a new stream. Probably. Yeah, that was a big one. All right. Yeah, if the internet does actually just go out like that, we're gonna call stream done because I need CapsWiki to be able to cap map. So, a non-stream server stream thing words doesn't work. Anyway, okay. CRT caps only last 500 hours. Ouch. So yeah, it needs to be replaced then. All right. Take 5. Let's do some cap mapping. All right. That cap is C1. Oh, it's C16 and C20. Why is the chair creaky? I don't like that. C16, C20. Quantity, 2. Capacitance, much. It's only 470. Voltage is 2 million. 200 volt. Mount through hole. Diameter 25. Or programmer, if you really are interested in these, I love them. These are one of my favorite tools I've ever bought. I genuinely like these. If you're curious for more of a review. Although I probably say that in that video too. I'm going 55 millimeter height. You know, I'm going to go 56. They're critical enough they got caps on them. Look who's back again. Yeah. Someday I will have stable internet. Someday. Okay, looks like 10 millimeter lead spacing. Our programmer may have left too because my stream sucks. Let's see, which I would not blame them for. It's very annoying. Type, aluminum electrolytic. Aluminum electrolytic. Brand, Marcon. Series. I think these ones are like actually well labeled. HPW-N. What'd you miss? You are back? I was just saying, if you are interested in these, I really like them. The dial calipers I use. I don't think I have a single complaint with them. So yeah, I was just saying if you wanted a review of them, you know, it's glowing. Now you must. Well, I'm not saying you must. I'm just saying they come highly recommended. Tesla branded one. I never saw one with 2 indicators. What do you mean 2 indicators? Do you mean, so this has imperial and metric scales? Is that what you're talking about? So the 2 dials, black is imperial, red is metric, if that's what you mean. Because yeah, this one does have both. And so we have metric up top and then imperial on the bottom.
If your
Okay.
are glowing, you probably found a charge can. End of line.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, that is one nice thing about them. I'm really lazy. I use these as a unit conversion slide rule sometimes too. Okay, that's those 2 done. Boop, boop. Let's do that one. C19. C19. Quantity. So there's this one, and then there's this one. Are they the same? No. But in fairness to them, they are... Oh, no, they are the same. Never mind. That one's just damaged. Okay. Yeah, they are the same, because this is designed by sensible people. 2. So it's C19 and C2. They are 220 UF. Oh wait, I gotta use the actual mu F, or people will get complainy. Phone, what? Oh, it's Mastodon. Tell me I'm live again. And yeah, that the DTR1 picture did turn out really well. Yeah, Digital Ice Age. Is there a C4? Almost certainly. Almost always is, too. People get complaining around here, never? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Never. These are all 85C again. Man, why do you guys gotta cheap out so much? All right, what brand are these, though? They're weird. Oh, that's right. They're IC brand. I have no idea what that is. IC. And then series is... Oh, Rara. Rara. Literally. Oh. One moment. Rara. That's the series. Are we going to upload Capsule Key? Do you want to hold the copyright on it? Hold to get you? Nah, I'm going to put up the wiki.tech tangents. I don't care. I don't own the copyright on the devices themselves. Anyone else who has one can go take the same exact picture. Whatever. So yeah, I just was messing around with that this morning, taking those. But yeah, I do point there. It's waiting for Google to announce that they will shut down Google Fiber. I know, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, it would suck, but that would be such a Google move. The only reason I have any excitement about them is because of this. I have been using Google Fi for so long now. It seems like they're actually interested in being a service provider. They genuinely do have that down. Picture a dolphin low res screenshot. You bogarted from cathode ray, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could fix that then. I have more. I have like the manual. I might have some software. I have the floppy drive. So if we want like a better setup shot, I can do that too. But I can just upload it with rights for that one for now if you want. Okay. Spaces. Technically, I have a box. It's not like the box. It's like a shipping box that all of the stuff would go in, but I don't have that really iconic, like triple, like folio box thing. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I don't have that. Uploads his videos under Creative Commons. Yeah, that one gets a little, it depends on what the thing is, but yeah. I don't, because some of my videos get to be too popular and I've had to copyright strike them because people just re-upload them. So, yeah, I need them to be a little more locked down. I need a contact inside of archive.org for reasons related to that, because I have an idea, but I want it to be easier to do. It is MuF, the weird one with the thing. That's your meal ticket videos? Yeah. Yeah. People get real testy when you copyright strike them for re-uploading your video too. It's hilarious. They're such crybabies. Like, you literally stole it from me on the exact same platform. You literally understand why I would be doing this. Like, this should not come as a surprise at all. Everything's 5mm. They notify you in Creator Studio. So that I have not done. You can automatically have YouTube content ID match your videos to other people's channels. I do not have that enabled because I do actually have some agreements with people where they're allowed to use parts of my videos, and I don't want it to falsely match against that. So I do not have that enabled. It's 5mm. All right, so those are done. Let me mark them. Boop and boop. Okay. Those three, this one, that one. Those are probably all the same. Oh my gosh, look at the cute little tiny one right here. I didn't even see that one at first. It's so small. It's the 0402 of aluminum electrolytics. What? Like, look at it, a little baby cap. It's so small. We're doing that one next. What is that? That's C12. That one's fantastic. Did they put no copyright infringement intended? No. Like, one of them, they literally added a filter over my Windows 98 video, re-uploaded it. I content matched, claimed, struck it down, all right? And then they emailed me after they were like threatening me. And it was just hilarious. Like, come on. I didn't even reply. Like, if you're coming at it like that, we're not gonna have a sensible conversation here. Screw them, block? Yeah, exactly. Normal size caps, the others are just huge, yeah. Did you realize it's such a big market for DG and Hydro Thunder content? No, those are not the ones that get re-uploaded, at least not that I'm aware of. No, it's mainly the PC builds. And infringed on my copyright. I did want to take for 3D Mark Time Spy. Oh, you don't want to be that person who automatically content matches white noise? Had one of their videos taken down by YouTube and it was re-uploaded on a different channel. Now it's on like a dozen channels in LSP. I don't know about that. Was it like one of their Nintendo emulation ones? because they can get a little testy about things like that. In that case, I know LTT would rather poke the bear. They'll get to play victim with the video being struck down, but then they also get to have it live in infamy on the other channels. See, it's a win-win. One video not being profitable for them for ideological reasons does kind of make sense. All right, so that's a 50 volt 4.7 UFs. For some reason, I don't believe them. Let's see. That's a 50 volt 4.7 microfarad cap, huh? Really? Okay. Nintendo suck now? They kind of do, yeah. I swear I saw the brand on there. There we go. It's Quino. What? Quino brand. And I think it was GR series. GR. That's a thing. Okay. Sure. 85C, I'm guessing. No, that's the only 105 cap in the whole computer. All right, let me measure the diameter here really quick. -3. Okay, it is actually like 4. It's 4. Or is it lying about being 105C? Yeah, really. 4 millimeter diameter. Height is like impossible. I'm just gonna wing it. 8. Lead spacing 5. Whatever. I'm just guessing. It doesn't matter because it's not real. Okay. And is there floating hole? Is that a mount type? Because that's clearly floating hole. All right. You're talking about how to get YouTube features without paying from, and YouTube took that. Oh, is that their pie hole video? Because, yeah, I could definitely see that. That was probably it. Okay, let me mark that one. Boop. Baby cap marked. All right, is this the same as these? It is. Okay. Oh, those are 105 as well. Okay, that's nice. Let's do all of these. So, we've got C3, C23, C24. Let me guess. Who would have thought C25? Okay, there's 4 of them. They are 20. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. 2200 UF, 35 volt. Just add 1 0. There are Marcon. I'm just going to grab that cheat to fill that in. All right, diameter 18. The other nice thing about dial calipers, this isn't for Dark Programmer, but just in general, is you never have to worry about them losing calibration because it's always right. So like, you know, if you leave them open, like that, and then they just sit there for a while open, you don't have to reclose them and then open them again and like push the 0 button, because it's physical. They're always correct. More CRT caps added? Awesome. All right, these are, I'm going 36. That is going to be some good information to have on there. Unless you drop them? No. I'm not saying the dial, I'm saying this. Because let's be real, on the caps we don't need 0.5 millimeter accuracy or whatever. Dials never lose calibration. Okay, apparently you guys are not getting what I'm saying. This is where you read the millimeters. This is for point millimeters. This is for millimeters. This, the position is always 100% correct. This edge to that marking, always guaranteed correct. You get a better feel for the dimensions than with the digital one. I agree. But to your point about asking dials never need calibration, so the way that it works is you undo the lock and then you literally rotate the dial face. That's how that works. And I had to do this, I think once, ever. And it was like a couple of days ago. It lost accuracy somehow. But yeah, no, they really don't lose any kind of calibration, unlike a digital one. Love the fully manual one with no dial, not analog. I hate to break it to you, that's just a caliper. It is still analog. It's just not a dial caliper, it's a caliper. Yeah, with a vernier one as well. I don't know what that would be for a caliper. Keep being tempted by a nice pair of dial calipers, but for the time being, I'll make do. Okay. I don't know what that is. I'm going to pretend that it's the thing that, like, old-timey cartoons would use. Old-timey, that's like, okay, The Simpsons in the 90s would use. They, you know, clip onto the forehead temples of a character and say, oh, your brain is this big, you're that smart. Is that what it is? I'm just going to guess it's that. I'm not going to look it up because it's more fun. Okay, what series are these caps? They are just... There are a whole lot on there. CEUS. I feel like these are the generic ones. 82, 38. That's probably the manufacture date. Well, this is 2WB. Full analog calculator ringer for the sub. I don't know what that is. Scale is one where you have millimeter on one side and very slightly under a millimeter on the other side, so you can measure down to hundredths of a millimeter. I got no clue. Not a topic you want to dig too deep on anyway? Okay. All right, I'll bite. I think I'd have to read a better manual or see it in motion, which we're not going to do today, so don't bother linking anything for it. Reach 1.4? Awesome. What? They changed the site. You guys keep kind of moving the goalpost here. Book sweet. That is excellent. Oh, that's so nice. What is that? Are you kidding? Well, first off, are you in Europe? Because that's the most important question. If you are a European citizen and you care about consumer rights, you should go to stopkillinggames.com to find the European Citizen Initiative on helping protect your rights as a consumer to keep your video games that you paid money for. Why do marine water pump manufacturers not list DB of their pumps? Because the answer is yes. That is excellent. It's that is a completely arbitrary number, but it's still nice to hit. That one, it drug on for the last 5,000 or 10,000. It took a while. It took like 3 days to get that. Not a gamer, we do care about user rights. That's the thing, is that this is specifically geared towards video games because the consumer rights for that are atrocious, but it's a foot in the door that could be leveraged later on for other things. So if you like consumer rights, you should look into it. They got 1.4 finally, yep. Under 2 weeks left, yeah. Awesome, though. That rocks. What does this look like without Dark Reader? Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Oh, there was a button there. I don't think I can see that with Dark Reader. Interesting. It's just the text. Okay. Yeah, that's excellent. All right. Let's keep trucking. So series, I really don't know what the series is on these. I'm guessing 2WB, but I'm gonna put down all this stuff. E, US. I mean, 8238's gotta be a production code or name thing. Date code, that's the words I wanted. 2WB, we're just gonna do that. Okay. What do you want to see? Anything for less rights and leverage from owners, but yeah, this is very small chunk. I'm not sure what you mean. The cap series? Oh, you want to see the capacitor? Sure. I kind of called out all the pertinent stuff, but we can do this. I'm guessing it's just generic cap, and that those are production batch codes or something. That's what it says. CEUS is the series? Okay, I had a feeling. '38th week of 1982, yeah. Not in the EU. It's got in the red section. If it gets into the red section based on their scale, I'm going to guess that is 1.8 million, which I think is the record for the most signatures on a European Citizen Initiative. Oh yeah, TMDK, it's really bad. Just the whole industry for like technology. It's so bad. Just a small thing, many serious things. Oh, yes. Going to the cars, you know, BMW trying to charge a subscription for heated seats. I mean, they will get to live in infamy for doing that at least, because that is like one of the easiest go-to things ever of the audacious greed of a company. So at least there's that. Just do inspect element and change a number, see if the needle. I mean, I think it's gonna be a little more complicated than that because the number is probably just a print. But there might be. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that. That is a rabbit hole right there. We're not going into that. AC would have been for AC, yeah. Did the number go down? I don't know. I don't think so. If it did, I would be happy because that would mean probably validating signatures now. And if they've been removing signatures that are invalid, where the number is becoming more accurate. Ben's right. It would probably be a crime to sell it without AZ, not the retribution they would get having done such a thing. The retribution they would get being a crime, that would be one of those things where they would be found guilty of the crime, and then their sentence would be, 1 week of picking up food for burning down the whole car dealership. All right, so we got these marked. Which means it's just this one for the aluminum electrolytics left. That one's kind of a pain in the butt. So let's see, C18. It's another Marcon. Let's just grab all of that. Let's just duplicate the whole thing. I'll adjust the values. It gets me the weird units. Okay, there's one. Marvin, that is what it feels like on Logitech mice nowadays. I replaced the left click button on my MX Master 3S. Right click, left click. Because I had to replace the switch. All you have to do is bend up the brass spring. You would have to disassemble the switch. Schmide, it's not a traditional like box type micro switch with the little bumper. It is a through hole. It's more like the micro switches or the attack switches. It's closer to that. The package is small and like welded shut. It's not serviceable. Oh my gosh, I gotta blow my nose again. Ugh. Oh man, now I can actually breathe. That one was nice. Sorry, but oh, wow. Okay, 16 volt. I'm getting a lot of notifications today. I don't know which ones are important or not. So I gotta look. That one's not. That's Streamlabs. Move the SKG needle. I can't click that link on here. Oh, wait, I can. I have this open. Okay, so that's 2. So that's probably, that is 1.8 then, I'm guessing. So that's probably 1.8 for record. No, Sandy, we're talking about the red line. So hitting that is probably 1.8 million signatures, which is the current record. Okay. 10 millimeter. Needle is just a line between 2 coordinates. Moved it horizontal, randomly changed the number. Oh, okay. That's a kind of hack job I would do. Nah, I'm only kidding. I appreciate it being homegrown code. Don't need jQuery for this nonsense. It's one of the things I really liked about making the Mario Kart world map, actually, is it was cool to be able to make a fully fledged thing like that. And realistically, it was about 2,000 lines of code with 0 external libraries, pure native HTML. Like, that's pretty sweet. Which, yeah, Philip. At least this is free. And can't be used for anything malicious because it's literally going to a place that already has your information and is going to validate it. All right, is that all of the caps? No, it is not. I found a Rubicon. Other than the weird paper one, but we're not going to replace that. It's probably fine. Okay, we got one more. Well, one Rubicon right there. We only saved the clock tower, yeah. Okay, that one is done. I didn't actually check the series or whatever. Oh, it's a 105. Ooh, okay. Oh, these were 105 too, weren't they? Yeah, I should have fixed that. That is another CE US 105. There we go, okay. Insert below. Let's grab a Rubicon one. It's probably that. Okay, you all with your modern laptops that don't have a 3080 in them, that's never at idle because you run Windows with your, NVIDIA Prime or whatever it's called. You don't get you get the experience that I don't get. This blows my mind how good the battery life is on this. Like, it doesn't seem like this should be possible. We've been using this for the whole stream. It's been on since before the stream started, and I'm only at 47%. Now, it claims it's only got 41 minutes left, but clearly it could go another 2 hours. Because we're 3 hours into the stream, and it's still trucking. This is why I use the Surface, because none of my other computers can do this. So I'm going to request to fix your mice, 20 milli, 50, 60, 80 mil switch. I just went for whichever one people said worked and then found the loudest possible one and then regretted it later for other reasons. Okay, so this is C15. It's because the entire back 2/3 of the Surface is battery. I mean, it can't possibly have more battery than my big dumb gaming laptop does. 33 UF, 16 volts. It's better at using it. What does cap mapping mean? So what we're doing is, well, first off, I should state this. I run a website called Caps Wiki. It is for cataloging capacitors in devices. So we can pick a random page here. All right, that's recent changes, not random page. Let's pick a random page that actually shows a device here. All right, so this is for some kind of Tascam audio recorder. What someone has done is they have gone through the capacitors in the devices, found the names of the capacitors on the motherboard, and then found the values and the size of the capacitor so that you can figure out down here which ones you can order to repair your device if those capacitors go bad. So cap mapping is kind of a term that I think I created if it wasn't already kind of general use, but it's the term that I use for cataloging the capacitors on a device. So that's what I'm doing is this is a computer devices dot. This is a computer from 1983. This is the power supply specifically that I'm looking at here. I'm going through and I'm cataloging the capacitors in here because this thing does not work correctly, and some of the capacitors probably need to be replaced because it's always the capacitors. First off, you can think of first time chatting. Unfortunately, I don't see that on my custom chat thing, so I haven't been able to do that for a while. But since it is your first time here, hello. See, 2 hours of stream costs 10% of my battery on this M1 Pro. Yeah, see, I don't, you've blown away. Yeah. Capacitors of DNS of hardware, yeah. All right, so let's get the size of this one. Is a little tiny baby one, probably 8mm. It's going to be all 5s. So 5 wide, 8 tall. And it's almost certainly 5 millimeter lead space. I'm not even going to measure it. It's just going to be that. Okay, so that was C15. I can mark that one. Like the idea of using no machine and a basic laptop. I mean, why not both? How do you think I'm remote capturing this one? That's how I'm doing that. All right, I'm trying to just overlook this now to make sure there are no more aluminum electrolytics hiding on here like that one Rubicon did. Oh, you know what? I didn't mark that correctly. Beast mode desktop problem solved. Yeah, I know. You're not the only person I know who likes that solution too. Oh, that's not a Rubicon. I think that's an Ace. It's got the triangle logo. Hold on. We're actually going to look at the Cap Series page. Maybe Brands, actually, might be the better one. No, it's not Ace. Who's it gonna be? That's close, but that's not it. Wait, was it removed? Are there purple Panasonic capacitors? Did someone hand draw that one? Yeah, they hand... Okay. All right. Think so? They're definitely... Usually in audio gear. Here, let me just take a photo of it. Oh, I guess I got a real camera here. I could do it with that. Then I can use macro lens and do it upright. Okay. It was Sanyo, saw those purple. The Sanyo ones are very clearly labeled as Sanyo, so it's not going to be that. Cardboard and lights first? No. I'm gonna macro it. Why would I even benefit from that? There's not gonna be any background visible. The only reason ever to use the light box is for trying to minimize the background. Oh, like, why isn't it mounting? Because that's a micro 4/3 adapter. Duh. Okay. Why are you not connecting to the computer? A load capacitor to center light box. I'm not removing it. That was weird. Whatever. Okay. Wonder if I can do it this way. That didn't help at all. All right, I'm going to cheat. One moment. Let me find it again. There it is. Okay. That's actually not bad, but we're going to do better. I'm going to mess up my white balance. Yeah, that'll work. Stop shaking. Okay. Looks like the logo we were looking at. Yeah, I'm guessing that is Panasonic. But I would just like to have it on there, if that is in fact it. It's fatter lines. Like the spacer on the bottom of the cap. A lot of them on this have them, actually. It's thundering with a rain shower. Why you gotta make me jealous like that? That's rude. You're gonna tell him how to fix, but then you stop because you know he'll figure it out? What do you mean, fix it? All right, we're gonna upload this as possible Panasonic. Or probable, not caps. It's not an ad violence song. Probable Panasonic capacitor. Raise the f-stop, use flashlight. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I was going to go there. There's probably another picture like that on here that I took, actually. Let's see. No? Well, that's weird. I swear there was another one. Maybe I had some I just took for one of the individual pages. Yet again, I'll call it out. You can drag and drop a file onto the browse button to just directly put it in there. This is CCA4 whatever. Go. Progression, probable Panasonic, maybe Murata, unlikely United Chemicom, yeah. Clip-on macro lenses for your old phone, oh gosh. I don't think I've ever had one of those be effective. Okay, Panasonic, Matsushita, edit. Add new image. Smaller version of triangle logo. There we go. That way I can stop wondering. What? Yeah, I think clip-on lenses box. We're in a box lost? Yeah. Oh, HMS trying to make me jealous too. Oh, I see how it is. You guys are just rude. We've had rain forecasted for like a week straight. Zero. None. Doesn't exist. Phoenix proper's getting rain. Okay, it's Bandesiac. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. It's time. All right. That is printed at crazy low resolutions. Quite probably Panasonic. There is a gap in the middle. Yeah. Got sprinkle on Gilbert. Are you telling me it happened there and there, but not here? All right, did we finish marking that one? Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, it's Panasonic. I have no idea what series. Technically, it'd be Matsushita, but I know how to spell Panasonic. Okay, series is S. I'm going with S. Okay, orientation docs. I've said that the office is in Mesa because Mesa is large. So if you know where Phoenix is and you know where Gilbert is, you can figure it out. Oh, wait, you're talking about north, south, that kind of stuff. I guess so, yeah. I don't think that that's that critical. Let's see. Had to think about where your desk was. Yeah, that tracks. I am highly oriented to cardinal directions. I very rarely lose that, and when I do, it is disorienting. Like it's a moment where I just feel out of body when I lose that. All right, I think that's everything. Yeah, yeah, grid here is, mwah, oh my gosh. I've been to California. I hate it there. Like east, west coast, oh my gosh. All the roads are just spider webs coming out from the cities. Like, how do people live with that? It's not acceptable. No, it's awful. Tear it all down, start again. Found it in a picture. Oh, cool. Yay. There they are. Awesome. Are those the ones I pulled off of the CPU card too? I don't know if I kept those. They might be over here. Oh, that is them. Yeah, those are the same ones. Well, that would have been a lot easier to take a picture of. Hey, look. There it is. So we know what... Huh. Wait a minute. Could that be the power supply problem then, maybe? I maybe know which one's causing the power supply not to work. As someone who lives in California, I agree. Grid plan is most optimal. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see. Organically grown paths are quite a bit more efficient. Oh, absolutely not. No. You want to, yeah. See, here's the thing. In Arizona, okay, in the Phoenix metropolitan area, I can tell you a street that runs north-south and a street that runs east-west, and you can navigate there. You don't need any other information. You can get there. That's how good the grid is. That you don't need any other information than that. All right, I'm going to rebuild the power supply. That way it doesn't have to stay apart. All right. Yeah, no, having grown up around this kind of area, there's no way you could ever possibly convince me. I don't care what paper you cite, anything. Doesn't matter. Grid lock? You know how big the grid is? It can't lock the whole thing. Also, that's what road rage is for. That's why people here have guns. Fender CEW cap series. Ooh, awesome. Worst part about the whole thing, street names change. Yeah. Yeah, that part's really evil, actually, Wesley. Yeah, Philip, that is a crime. That would be awesome. I would live there. I assume you've listened to Endless River. it's just more division bell. It's perfect. You tighten the screw, you loosen it by accident. Yes, I did. Good call out, though. Now I want to listen to division bell. DCAC. Those are some excellent street names, Schmide. Like, if I lived on Rain Dream Hill, I would tell everyone I live in a Sonic level. Like, that's exactly what that name sounds like. That's incredible. How do I not have enough screws here? What did I do wrong? Like, Rain Dream Hill needs to be the name of a level in a Sonic fan game. That's a fantastic name. Every street is named after poetry. Interesting. Do you live in Austin? You don't have to answer. Don't dox yourself. Just trying to think, what kind of place would do that? Columbia, okay. Just totally dox yourself? Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I know, Desiac. I know. And that I know, as I know the road. Yes. SWAT team is on its way. Oh, gosh. All right. I think that's it. I don't know that I got all the screws back exactly correct. But I don't think it matters either. So, all right. That's fine. Oh my gosh. The motors are so heavy. Technically, there's at least one electrolytic on the printer board. There's 3. They're probably all the same. 35, 15 UF? They are 15 microfarad capacitors. Computer devices, what is wrong with you? That's not a misread. 15 UF. What? What is that? Oh, yeah. Here's you can also join me in being utterly horrified at the belt. Look at that. I'm just ready for those to hatch and start crawling all over. Delightful. Many things wrong with CDI. I don't think they were that bad. They kind of bet the farm on, this working along with the Series 2000. Other than that, though, it didn't seem that bad there. I'm going to mark the printer as having 3 quantity of this, but I'm not going to take that board off to look at what the reference designators are because I'm lazy. That belt looks infectious. Yeah. I'm going to cheat again to get the starter layout. No, stay on page. It's so hard to middle click. We have 40 minutes left. Don't be lazy. Here's the thing, okay? When I order the caps to put them on, I'll get the reference designators off of it then, and then we can do it properly. But for now, it doesn't matter because there are, I think, 5 people known to have one of these computers now. Okay. It's not that critical. And as far as I'm aware, only 2 of them are actively trying to use them right now. I am one of those people. Don't know that the other person hasn't even attempted to power theirs. So it's Q150, Q160 printer board. Q160. Here, you guys can see this. Or at least 10 more potential owners. Yeah, something like that. Wondering about the person who spent $1,500. I would love to be able to contact them. I would love to say, hey, why? How is the video not like a disincentive? $28 dash 3 dash 7097. They saved $250. That's not true. Because the seller, if you watched it, they sent out an offer for some amount off that basically brought it back down to the same price as the first one that sold. Well, the second one that sold. The first one that sold is over there. Just check Caps Wiki for Game Gear. Why? To see when the history was last edited and you saw that it was, 2015. Rolling in the concept it's not from 1943. It is weird, isn't it? Let me mark that down while I'm thinking about it because it doesn't seem right. True, you got one? Did you buy a $100 dot? Wonder if it was Tech Time Traveler who won that offer? Wait, what do you mean that offer? Did the second one sell? Wait, did my offer expire? Hold on. Oh, I think I had an offer expire. Oops. Buying. Hold on. No, you just got the offer. Oh, okay. eBay. Bids, offers. Oh, offer expired. Okay. Oh, well. Got the offer too. I think it's an automatic eBay thing. That would be interesting. Bidding war? Well, for what? What I was looking at? You don't know what I was looking at. I'll put it this way. I bought a VHS that made me look up a thing on Laserdisc. I mean... it made me look up a thing on eBay. And you don't know what it is. It's not for bid anyway. You don't have to worry. It's not I want to get Rush a show of hands on Laserdisc. That's all. There are some on eBay. They're for bins that are way too high. There's one that looks kind of rough for less money. Listening for the CDI mini term. There are several. Is it the one that is parts only for around 300, or is it the one that shows that it comes with the lid for about 500? They're both for a 1203, which is the least desirable one from that series. I'm still interested, but it would be nice if I could at least get a 1204 so it has the microcassette drive to be able to save data and have the text editor built in. There's also the Series 2000 available for $5,000 from some random place. But yeah, I don't know. So I spent money on gadgets myself. Can't really fault anyone for spending money on neat things. Spent $480 on a something or another, $800 on a broken HP 9100A. I feel dumb when I spend too much money on things. I don't like it. So it bothers me. It has an acoustic coupler, so you bring being a phone collector are well equipped. Now it has the RS-232 port between the phone cups. It's not just an acoustic coupler. Really wouldn't want to use the acoustic coupler. I have no idea how I would even use an acoustic coupler. All right, we're done. That's it. Docked. Wait a minute. Oh. Site you buy Sanders is PDF has 1,000 pieces PDF in stock. What? What standards? Japan cap standards. Oh, okay. Anyway, there you go, an acoustic coupler on a portable terminal. You'll note that unlike last time you've seen one of these, all of the keys are there. Unlike last time, though, it ain't in very good shape. I think I've determined all Texas Instruments Silent 700 745s are garbage. How's the rubber holding up? These are actually in really good shape. I am optimistic that this could work. Please don't drop it again. You're thinking, Born, maybe, that the keyboard fell off of? I don't think I dropped my Silent 700, did I? Is that an acoustic coupler? Yes, it is. I really wish there was a... What's that? Anyway, so I got this for so cheap that I think the person probably lost money on shipping. So I'm pretty happy with that. Keyboard is intact, but these are not stack pole high-tech switches like the other one I think is. So I was hoping I could merge parts between the two. Let me go grab the other Silent 700 if I can find it, and let's compare them. Because I would like to try and make a functional Silent 700. Let's see, is it in here? Not that I can see. You know, the other one is a prime candidate for having just been dumped off at storage, so I'm not even sure it'll be in the office. It was kind of one of those things where I was just really, really just depressed when it died. Because I think we saw something in the other one. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a super awkward place to get to. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sucks. I really want to see it, though, so I'm going to have to extract it. Oh, boy, that's a heavy box. Oh, gosh. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Nope. Jeez. Power cable for something hanging out of it got caught in another box. You know what? Let's just let's put this on a shelf. Let's not deal with that. That can be future Shelby's problem. Okay. Oh boy, that's so heavy. Why are computer things heavy? Oh, why can't they make conductive plastic? So things are like, oh my gosh, I paid $8 for my last one. Okay, I didn't get that good of a deal. That's what I thought. Every Silent 700 cover is disgusting. Okay, the latches on this one are in better shape. Nope. All right, let's compare. Future Shelby problems, a recurring theme, yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna shut this down. It has served its purpose for the day. Did I not save? Hold on, save. There we go. Or did I save the test page? No, I saved the test page, idiot! Ah! Delete. Ah, it doesn't want to turn off now. Okay, there it goes. All right. Not so silent retrieval, Silent 700. Yeah, tangent achieved. We completed the other task. I was already going to do this. I brought this into the office today. This was already the plan. Okay, and boom, other better shape. So we transplant the keyboard from this one to this one. That is for sure. Oh, that one's all garbaged up as well. Okay, this is broken. So I transplant that too. All right. Wow, those are way stronger keys over there. Springs are ridiculous on these. Yeah, they're still the stack pole high-techs. So these are supposedly the same thing. This one is in a little worse shape. How is this attached? Oh, there's some kind of plastic plug thing. Okay. Power switches are different. So serial number on this one is 7953. Serial number on this one, a lot more. 78,952. So literally 10 times more than this one. Okay. So this was in the first 10% of production compared to this one. Okay, that makes sense. Does this just lift off? Is it that trashed, or are there some screws in there actually still doing a job? I do see screws. Okay, this one may not just fall apart.
How many times do I have to tell you to ask before you try to go online? End of line.
Dion Starfire, thank you for the 300 bits there. I appreciate that. Both couplers broken the same way? No, it's not broken. That's just flex, I think. Yeah, okay, they're meant to do that. They're meant to hang out. That one was actually just stuck. So yeah, they're meant to be able to, you do that so you can accommodate different handsets. Just fix them both and connect them together. This one's perma-dead. There were some weird, like, driver chips on this that I think died, that smoked. There's a stream about trying to get this one going. The worst part is this one worked at some point. I typed this text that's on there. And then something happened and it no working no more. But it's missing keys. There was no way I was ever going to solve that. So yeah, hopefully we can get one of these going. So these are supposedly both model 745s. But yeah, this one's got a weird power connector. I do have the cable. It's right here. It's another one of the, actually probably going to end up using this for HPs. Another one of the weird ones. Yeah. 3D print the keys. That's not fun. We've been down that road. It sucks. So yeah, this is a future project. There's no time on this, but this can actually happen now. So that's nice. Yeah, this one's in rough shape, though. Yeah. So much broken plastic in it. Yeah, it's a weird, very, like, I think it's early 70s. I don't know. Maybe it's early 80s. But it's like, they're, yeah. What baud? I have no idea. I don't know how acoustic couplers work. There's a speed low switch. So, yeah. Whatever that means. So I think it might end up being that, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I noticed. Yeah, I never noticed that on the other one. Does it have that? I don't think it does. There is a, yeah, I think Wesley's probably more correct. You flip this. This is your numlock key or switch. And then you have numeric input right there, and then spacebar becomes 0. So there's your DEC RTL01 as thermal. Just speaker and microphone that connect a regular modem circuit. Yeah, I know, but I would have to get a, I think I could I just put a modem, like literally a modem on the other end?
Says, how is my dialing? How does an acoustic coupler even work? How can a loving God cause such agony? CHER 101. End of line.
Swarm, thank you for the 101 bits. What do those usually connect to? It's a terminal. It can connect to anything. So yeah, at some point we'll get around to this. Kind of have a lot of ongoing projects, and this one's going to be tears. I can just tell you, this is not going to go well. So we'll see what happens when we get back to this. Yeah, for now I'm not holding my breath. Can it dial into the Nova? If I get a modem for the Nova, probably. I would have to adjust the baud rate, but I can't see any reason why not.
Hawkins says CHER 100 ring ring. End of line.
You guys are being really good about not abusing the dial tones that do exist. Or the DTMF tones, I should say. But Spooky, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, just look at it. Why are all of the Silent 700 cases disgusting? Were they all used in a mud factory? Actually, this one's mud or dirt, and this one's paint. Come on, they're cool though, aren't they? They're so light too, which is kind of, well, the problem. They're not made well. I bet those CDI terminals weigh a bunch and that the plastic is a 1/4 inch thick. Because they look like they're heavy sixer style construction. Imagine one of them who's once used this very office. Maybe. Don't think so, but maybe. All right. Anything else? Oh, you know, I don't think we quite have enough time. It's a lot of pages. No, we don't have time. I was going to say, if I haven't done, I shouldn't have done the TI stuff. We could have scanned one of the manuals for the mini terms. Think about it. So next Friday, maybe, we'll do these. So this is the manual for CDI's competitor to that thing. So this is the 1206 mini term. It's insane. It's so good. So you can see it there. It would definitely look like the other one, except this thing is a full-blown computer. It's ridiculous. So this needs to be scanned because there's barely any information about that. You've been wearing a plain shirt all stream. When the stream died, I took off the other shirt because I was saying that it was really cloudy and humid out. It's a manual like 100 pages, probably knock it out in 15 minutes. So this one is going to have to be hand scanned because it's saddle stitch. I'm not going to cut the spine. The Q3-30 manual, we could remove the plastic binding on, just run it through the ADF. But I don't want to try and do that right now. Oh, except for the one fold-out ASCII table or whatever. Tooth that carriage belt position indicator is located. Distance from left side, oh my gosh, distance from left hand side plate to print head column indicator. That's a weird thing. Human at AZ, yeah, they've been teasing rain for like a week straight, but we're not getting any. At least I'm not. I don't believe Deziak or Wesley. They're lying. I don't know what the point of that section of the manuals is. That's really weird. Anyway, so what this is, I should specify. Maybe it does matter. This is the service manual for the printer mechanism. This is the printer for this. So this is what is inside of there. So this is the service manual for just the printer portion of this. Updated dot page to link the cap series. Awesome, thank you. So yeah, we'll scan those probably next Friday. Get those knocked out. That'll be real quick, easy. Okay. I do have to order caps. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. Hopefully I get it done during the week, but I got like a lot of stuff going on. So we'll see. We are done too early. Now what? We have enough time I could almost do something. Like almost. Clean up the mess? Nah. How's the stream plans list looking? I mean, the dot is somewhat taking it over. Give my change a quick review? I can look at that. I shut off the other computer, so I can't do it on the Surface. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Doing it for the first one. That's very simple. Yeah, that's perfect. Looking at the logo, surprised Lucasfilm didn't go after them. Everyone seems to think it's ripping off everything. Byte break? No, because the problem with byte break is the just throwing the magazines everywhere. So, no. I was going to look at the stream plans list. Let's see. NC. Cuckoo. Am I going to even be logged in? Let's find out. I am. How crazy. Okay. Tasks. Stream planning. Okay. So AT&T repair. That's a 2 weekend, a 2 day. That's a full weekend right there. So that's not an impromptu one. Short Hydro Thunder game. I'm not going to turn on the arcade machines just so that they could be on for 13 minutes. It's kind of traumatic on everything because, like, you hear that power supply for the audio equipment. Thump. It's not easy on everything. So, FLP01 build, that's multiple weekends, maybe. That's probably one weekend, and then I move it over to a, like, actual film video. Wedge scanner, that's like multiple weeks. Honor cat map, yeah, that's low priority. Let's see, rebuild the 645S. That's probably a Friday, except I need to get belts. Two conspicuously blank spaces in my calendar next week. Need to think of something. Do the quick win after those. Yeah. Yeah, that's always really fun when you're trying to, like, actually produce stuff. Generally surprised it's been over a year, no one's noticed. All right, fine. Let me look at this. Caps Wiki. I have the Switch, you can stream some Bonanza. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to spoil people. All right, what about the Game Gear? Dziak was here. Ah, okay. So we need to ban Dziak from Caps Wiki for defacement. Yeah, that kind of thing is very easily going to go unnoticed. Yes. Actively working on it on stream when I did that. So the changes are not live, and I would have had to have saved it and reloaded to see that. Almost enough time for Nova Sys Gen, yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, there's still a lot of stuff for the stream things. But the goal is not to start a bunch of projects and then just leave them all over. The goal is to actually accomplish things. So we're going to stay focused for a bit. I do need to get the capacitors replaced in the dots. The pink screen's probably an analog issue, so logic analyzer's not going to work. And we're realistically not doing anything for the next 9 minutes. I should probably just end the stream early. It probably will. Wrap it up, go browse bookings for dumb stuff you don't need. I have already done that. What did I get at the Goodwill there? Oh, at the Goodwill by Bookman's, I found I think it's an Asus 3D Vision Ready monitor. So I'm pretty excited about that. Floppy disk bum fight. Yeah, that Goodwill's was where your Leslie Hammond came from. Well, you do low pass filter stream. That's a good question. Wait, are you talking about the Thor Labs thing? Because we did kind of look at that. I do want to do more with that because I need to figure out how to get results out of it. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure what to do for all that. Yeah, Spectrum Analyzer nonsense is on my list. So that could be like a Friday where I want to like an easy start into the weekend of streaming for sure. But yeah, I don't know when it'll be. All right, there we go. Out of water. That was kind of what I was trying to do here. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Signal processing considered easy. Here's the thing. We're not actually going to test anything. We're going to test a little small filter. The most complicated thing we're going to do is probably try to retrieve the data points out of it over GPIB, which is either going to be very easy or very hard. Fire extinguisher testing, vital to keep on top of that. Yeah. If you want a shirt like this, then go to Michael's. They're $2. There you go. Can I excavate a Goodwill and helicopter it over to my city? Yeah. All right, let me connect to my server. Oh, man. All right, it's outro time. Well, we got the dot stuff cataloged at least. I don't know what the deal is with those 15 microfarad capacitors. Those are so weird. Why did they pick those? I guarantee you they did not need them. They're all three like that too, that are on there. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I probably am going to replace those with 16 microfarad. Let's be real. So yeah, you have a dozen 3D printers. That's ridiculous. Yeah. So, yep. Next step on the dots is ordering capacitors and recapping them. Feels a little scary to do that, but they do need it. It's just, you know, they're like the only ones, and they're extremely modified. So if something goes wrong, it's gonna be almost impossible to figure out what it is. Oh yeah, we were supposed to count the belt teeth. Oops. That's what we should have done for the last 10 minutes, not waffle. Oh well. All right, well, it's too late for that. So, all right, if you all enjoyed this stream, you be sure to follow the channel so you can be notified when I go live again next. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get one of the other shirts that I wear. Not this one. I don't have anything to do with this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you all next time.